checking in on Facebook and IG tonight. Late night. Jumping in. Felt like going live tonight, man, just to say hello to everybody out there. I hope everybody is doing well. I know there are a lot of y'all out there just chilling tonight, so I figured I'd jump on here, man, because had a couple of things that I was thinking about. So, again, I just decided to jump on here on IG and Facebook. So, going live on both places today, so just y'all know. So, I'll be looking a little bit of everywhere. But I decided to jump on here tonight and just, drop a little bit tonight, man, because I've been talking about the art of influence all day long, right? The art of influence. It's been something that's just super important to me, so I decided to jump on here tonight and just kind of chat with you all about it. I'm gonna try to give y'all some stuff that I'm hoping will really help you. I'm hoping like seriously, like when I give you what this is, I'm hoping that you will see it and you're like, man, that was really helpful. Today I've been on business calls like all afternoon, all evening, and literally this is what I've been talking about: the art of influence. How do we influence people? And you may not know, but you have something in common with Jay-Z. You got something in common with Beyonce. You got something in common with Master P. Make him say, like you got something in common with him. And literally, like, you got something in common with a whole lot of people, and you may not even know it. So I want to talk with you about that just a little bit today. If you don't know me, it's your friend. That's who I am, your friend, your favorite uncle, Philip Edge, with Edge and Associates, where we help entrepreneurs master the art of influence. That's what we're talking about tonight, mastering the art of influence. We do that specifically so people can communicate effectively, so they can find right opportunities, and so that they can live a life that they always dreamed of. And listen, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner, and you know that there's more, and you're trying to figure out how can I kind of crack the code, how can I get in there with everybody else? People don't know me, they don't know what I do. I got you, I understand. And I'm gonna help you this evening by giving you 5 tips, 5 ways that you can attract the outcomes that you're looking for your specific client. So let me just go ahead and do this. If you are joining us today, inside of the comments, if you can just say hello to me, put your name in there, let me know who you are, let me know where you're from. Also, if you're joining us via the replay, that's fine also. Hit that hashtag replay, and let me know who you are. I'd love to connect with you, just to know if this is resonating with you or not. Again, it's mastering the art of influence, and that is what this thing is all about. So I said something to you. I said, you have something in common with Jay-Z. You have something in common with Beyonce. You have something in common with Master P. What is that thing? That thing is our ability to influence people. Now here's the thing that I've realized, like literally, if you want to be successful, you have to master this thing. You have to master the ability to influence people. Now here's the interesting thing though. Influence can be a positive thing, but it can also be a negative thing. But for entrepreneurs, small business leaders, people just like yourself, if you want to really maximize all that you got to be able to really maximize your ability to influence them. So let me level set with you just for a second, so that we can all get on the same page. Influence. What is influence? And it's actually pretty simple, man. Influence is literally the ability to affect something. So it's your ability right where you are to impact something, to affect something, to bring forth a positive change to something. And literally, you have the things innately on the inside of you to be able to do that. So when you're working with a client or a potential client, what is it about you that they say, there's something specific about that person right there, and I want to work with them. I don't know what it is, but I want to work with them. Listen, entrepreneurs, small business leaders, this is so important, because at the end of the day, people are buying you. You have a product, but people are buying and they are investing in you. Let me say it again. People are buying and investing in you. And if they're not making those positive connections with you, they ain't gonna invest in you. And I'm just keeping it real. So if you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, and people are not investing in you, or they're not kicking it with you, they don't like, it's not that they don't like your product, it's that they have not vibed with you. So let me help you to build your influence. Let me help you to do that, okay? A couple things I need to just let you know just real quick. First and foremost, influence is not like a magic bullet that, you just wake up, you go to sleep and you wake up, boom, and you have influence. No, it doesn't work that way. Influence is something that's created and built over time. Let me say it again. Influence is something that's created and it's built over time. So we have to make certain that we're working and we're building that influence because it's necessary for your brand. If you want to have a positive brand, you have to have influence or be able to influence other people. It don't matter where you are. You can be a doctor, lawyer, you can be a musician, an artist. It doesn't matter. You have to be able to influence people. I was talking to my wife today, and she was talking about her primary care physician. And she says, her primary care physician has, pretty decent bedside manner. But our pediatrician, she has amazing bedside manner. Her bedside manner is so good, literally, that I was able to say, you know what? We need to get all of our children to go here. We have one who's like, can I stay with her? Because she's so amazing. And because of that, she has the ability to speak, to influence my children, right? Just like you have the ability to speak and influence people when you're able to engage with them, when you're able to speak with them, when you're able to make those positive connections with people. So how do you do that? How do you do that? I'm just going to say this. Be genuinely curious. Okay, let me say it again. Somebody, you can write that in the chat feature for me. Be genuinely curious, be genuinely interested in people. Like honestly, like you really want to know about people. Like you really want to have positive conversations with people. And when you are genuinely interested in people, check this out. People are genuinely interested in you and your product and what you have to offer. So tonight, I want to just touch on a couple things. I want to give you 5 key areas in which you can be strategic about, right? And if you are strategic in these 5 areas, it will help you to build influence with people. What's up, Brooke? So I want you to know and understand that number 1, influence is critical in anything that you're doing. So in your business, in your job, with your family, you got to be able to influence people. It's one of the most important things that you will have that can grow your business, can change your business, can shift your business, but you got to know what it is, and you got to know how to do it, okay? So how? Let me give you five areas, 5 things that you can do, all right? 5 things that you can do. I'm going to give them to you. If you're ready for them, give me a 1. Give me a 1 in the comments. I hope that you are ready for them. I'm excited. I see ones. I'm ready. I'm excited, and I'm hoping you are as well. All right. First thing, be authentic. Let me say it again. You got to be authentic. You got to be authentic. You have to know what you bring to the table that's uniquely you, that nobody else can do, okay? What is that thing that you bring to the table that is yours and yours alone? It's your superpower. Nobody else can do it the way that you do it. Literally, I told you, remember, people will buy into you. They are buying you. We're still in relationship businesses. No matter what your offer is, it's you're building relationships with people. But in order to build those relationships, you have to have this authenticity that shows and that people are able to see, smell, taste, touch. They can see it. So you got to know what are my strengths? What do I bring to the table? I know for me specifically, one of my strengths is being able to be authentic and real with people. What you see is what you get. I ain't changing. This is just who I am. So whether I'm working with my corporate clients, whether I'm working with my small businesses, whether I'm working with my entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter to me. What you see is what you get. This evening I was working with, I had a group of college students that I was working with this evening, and what you saw is what you get. Like this is me, and I'm not going to change me because I've realized that I do a good job at being me. but I don't do such a good job at trying to be other people, right? This is where this thing called imposter syndrome comes in. And maybe you've heard of imposter syndrome, right? Imposter syndrome is the syndrome that so many of us have when we're not being authentically us. We're trying to be everybody else. And honestly, every time we see somebody do something good, we're like, oh, that was so good. Oh, I like that a lot. So guess what? I'm going to start doing that thing. I'm going to start trying to do. Why? Because they did a good job. But the truth of the matter is, you might not even be able to do what they did. Why? Because you're not them. So stop playing to their strengths and play to your strength. Ooh, that was good right there. Hold on. I need to give myself one of them air horns right there, because that thing was good right there. Stop playing to their strengths and play to your strength. When you do that, you can show up authentically you, and people will be able to read you and say, you know what? I don't know what it is, but there is something that I like about that person right there, okay? So be authentically you. If you do that, it'll change the game, all right? Number two, this is kind of similar. No one understands what you're bringing to the relationship, because relationships, we got to understand this. A relationship is built from two sides. So a relationship is built from the right, and a relationship is built from the left, and they meet in the middle. They merge in the middle. If you are building a relationship with someone, you have to start on your side, and they have to start on their side, and you come towards the middle. So as you are bringing your stuff, like, what is it? What is that stuff that you're bringing to the people? What is the approach that you're taking? What is that stuff that you're bringing? Because again, when you understand what you're bringing to the relationship, you know that you have value. You know that you have value. And see, here's the thing. When you know that you have value, you understand that I'm bringing something good. So listen, so tonight I just decided to jump on here and share with you, but I know I'm bringing something of value. I know I'm bringing something of value to you. I know that there's going to be something that you're going to be able to grab, be able to pick up, be able to say, oh man, that was pretty good. I'm going to take that with me. And I know and I understand that. Now listen, when you're building a relationship, what happens is literally people begin to know you, they begin to like you, and they begin to trust you. Let me say it again. When you're building a relationship, people begin to know you, like you, and trust you. And they value what you bring to the table because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Now, here's the interesting thing. When people know you, like you, trust you, they value what you bring to the table, they're willing to pay you for that level of expertise, particularly if they don't have that level of expertise. They're willing to pay you for it. But listen, there are other people who might be able to provide that same thing. So what makes you special? What makes you unique? What makes you the person of choice? Well, that goes back to you being able to build a relationship, but also not minimizing what you bring to the table, knowing and understand that, you know what, I'm bringing something valuable. Why? Because I'm a person of value. And you got to understand that you watching this, you watching the replay, you're a person of value, and you're bringing something valuable to the table. Now, that doesn't mean that you go and you give everything away for free, right? All I know is that there's an ancient principle that said the worker deserves his wages. You might have heard that one before, right? So again, I'm not telling you to give everything away. All I'm saying is go to show value. Go show yourself as somebody who brings value. You know, I sit in on several different live sessions throughout the day. I was sitting in on one today, and I was trying to bring value to the session. So what did I do? As I was listening, I started typing in the comment section. Why did I start typing in the comment section? I did that because that was my way of being able to bring value to help the moderator, to help the facilitator, because I know sometimes when you're on these things, you can't do that. So I said, I know I can, because I'm listening anyways. Because I'm listening, I know that I can bring something of value to the set. And I did that. What's up, King? I see you, sir. I see you, sir. So I'm able to do that. The third thing, you got to bring follow through. Listen, if you're working and if you're building relationships with people, when you make a promise, when you say that you're going to do something, do it. It's that simple. When you say that you're going to do something, do it. Remember, as you're building this relationship, you're trying to get people to know, like, and trust you. But people are not going to know, like, and trust you if you don't follow through with what you say you're going to follow through with. If you say you're going to do something, then you don't do it. The opportunities are not going to come your way. And the reason they're not going to come your way is because people are like, I don't want to give that person an opportunity because the last time I gave them an opportunity, they did not come through. So if you say you're going to do something, just do it. Let me say it again. If you say you're going to do something, just do it. We live in a culture right now where we lack follow through. We live in a culture right now where it's okay not to do what you said. But I don't know about you all, but we still have to be people of our word. My dad told me a long time ago, he says, listen, you only have your word and your bond. That's all you got is your word and your bond. And you want to be a man of integrity. You want to be somebody that people think about and they say, you know what? I trust that person. Remember, I told you, building relationships and building influence comes down to three things. How can you build it to where they know you, they like you, and they trust you? When they know you, they like you, and they trust you, you will build that influence. And influence equals a whole lot. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you're building a business, if you're an entrepreneur and you're building your business, influence equals the bag. Influence equals the bag because people want to work with people they know, like, and trust. People want to work with people who are going to come through. People want to work with people who are going to fulfill their promises and do what they said that they were going to do. So you got to make sure that you're able to do that. So you got to follow through. That's number 3. Number four is pretty simple. Listen carefully. Listen to people. Be attentive to what people are saying. Be attentive to what they're not saying also. Well, how do you do that? Let me give you a couple things. I'm going to be doing a couple different sessions where I'm going to be talking about this also. But you gotta watch and notice the body language of people. You got to watch and notice the body language of people. Why do you need to watch the body language? Because watching the body language of people will let you know what they're talking about. That body language will let you know if they're serious. That body language will let you know if they're frustrated. That body language will let you know if they're feeling and picking up what you're putting down. That body language will tell you all of those things. So you got to be able to watch and see what the body language is saying, because if you miss it, you might miss a whole lot. And at the end of the day, when we're trying to build influence, you don't have an opportunity to mess up. Let me say it again. You don't have that opportunity to mess up, because that might be the only opportunity that you get. So you have to watch what's going on. You have to be able to literally say, you know what? I see what's going on here. I see this thing, and I really want to be able to help. Y'all follow me? I really want to be able to help. And the way that I can help is by listening, and listening not only to what somebody is saying, but listening to what they're not saying. Let me say that again. Listen to what they're saying, but also be able to go and listen to what they are not saying. If you can do that, if you can listen to what they're saying and to what they're not saying, you can change the game up. You can change the game up. So that's one of the things that we want to make certain that we do. So listen to people. Let me ask you, how good of a listener are you? Let me say it again. How good of a listener are you? Like, for real. Like is that one of your strengths? Is that one of the things that you do really well? Like, how good of a listener are you? Because if you want to be able to build influence, you got to listen. That's going to be one of your key things. You got to listen. What are people saying? What are they not saying? What is their body language saying? What is the facial expression saying? You got to be able to listen, because that'll help you to build influence. So let me give you a couple things. Let me just reset the room just for a couple people who are joining us. I am just, I felt like jumping on here tonight, man. I felt like jumping on. I might do this a little bit more often, but for those of you who do not know me, my name is Philip Edge. I work with a company called Edge & Associates, where we help entrepreneurs just like you to master the art of influence so that they can communicate effectively, so that they can find the right opportunities, and so that they can live the life that they always dreamed of. What's going on, Kara? It is late, but I just felt on jumping on and just sharing with people, man. I felt like jumping on and sharing with people. So tonight, we're talking about influence. And literally, influence is the ability to affect, right? The ability to affect people. And influence, it can be positive or it can be negative, but if you can influence somebody, listen, you can change the game, y'all. you can change the game. If you're working from a business standpoint and you're able to influence people, you can change the game. It's almost like I've heard the analogy of the thermometer versus the thermostat, right? A thermometer can only tell you what the temperature is, and that's what a lot of people are able to do right now. They can tell you what the temperature is, but the thermometer, or the thermostat has the ability to change the entire climate of everything, right? You can go, and if it's cold inside of a room, you can turn that thermostat up to about 75, 80 degrees. It'll slowly warm that whole room up, and people will feel it, and they will know that something just happened differently. That's the way that we want you to be able to impact people. That's the influence that I want you to be able to have with people, so that when you get around people, they're able to be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is, but whenever I get around that person, there's something that happens. Because remember, the goal of the game is to get people to know, like, and trust you, especially my business owners, especially my entrepreneurs. You have to work to get people to know, like, and trust you, and that means we have to be able to build positive relationships with people. So today I was giving you just 5 key areas that you can be strategic about to help you to build that influence with your clients, with your customers. The first thing I said was being authentic. I said, be authentic. And being authentic, that means really just showing up as you, knowing what your superpowers are, knowing what your strengths are, knowing in what ways you can separate yourself from the crowd, and being able to go and do that. So if you have a superpower, you need to know what it is. And show up with that. Because remember, there is nobody who can do what you do. Let me say it again. There is nobody who can do what you do. Let me even take that a step further. Nobody can do it the way you do it. I don't even know who this is for, but I'm going to share this with you. Stop worrying about if somebody's going to steal your idea. There are 8 billion people in this world. Listen, there are 8 billion people in this world. Stop worrying about if somebody's going to steal your idea. You don't need to worry about it no way, because can't nobody do it the way that you can do it. Nobody can talk the way that I talk. Nobody can communicate the way that I can communicate. Nobody can do this the way that I do it. So I'm not worried about if anybody, I'll give you my whole document. I'll give you everything I got, but you can't do it the way that I can do it. Because I know uniquely what I bring to the table, and I am going to be authentically me when I do that, just like you need to be authentically you when you do what you do, right? So the first thing I said was being authentic. The second thing I said was bring value to the relationship. Bring value to the relationship. The third thing that I said was really being able to follow through and make sure that you can follow through. You got to follow through, because people don't know, like, and trust people who don't follow through. So please make sure that if you say you're going to do something, do it. That's it. It's not that difficult. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. The fourth thing I said was to listen carefully, because again, there's something that happens when you can listen, and be attentive to what people are saying, noticing their body language, noticing their facial expressions, noticing their tone of voice. Are they up? Are they down? Like what's happening, right? What's happening as you're communicating with people? You'll see it. And for my entrepreneurs, for my people who are in sales, you know where they are. You know when they start getting fidgety and squirmy, especially when you start talking about money and things like that. So understand, you gotta follow through. So if you say you're gonna do something, just do it, right? The fourth thing is listen carefully. So making sure that you listen to everything, body language. Listen to not only what they say, but listen to the things that they don't say, because that is key. And then the last thing I'll say, just to help you to build influence, right? And to help you to begin the process of mastering influence, I say this: become a peer to somebody and elevate them. Let me say it this way. When you see somebody who needs an opportunity, bend down and pick somebody else up. Let me say it this way. The strongest exercise that you can do with your heart is to bend down and pick somebody else up. Let me say it again. The strongest exercise that you can do for your heart is to bend down and pick someone up. Listen, when people are going through and when people are having situations, when you're there for them, that means a whole bunch. That means a whole lot. And people will remember that. Because remember, you're in the relationship business and you're about building relationships. Please understand, it's not about selling, y'all. It's not about going out and selling products and this, that, and the other. Those things are a side, listen to me. Selling a product is a side effect of you just being a good person. Selling is just a side effect of you helping other people. Selling is a side effect of you being able to build positive relationships and people knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. It's a side effect, y'all. Listen, when people know, like, and trust you, they go out of their way. They just say, you know what, oh, that's my people. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna buy it from them. You know, I got all kind of people that I could purchase from, but you know what? Those are my people. They've been good to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the investment in them. Watch this, just like they made an investment in me. So I'm gonna tell you all, and listen. This is so key. This is so key. Stop selling. Stop selling and start building relationships with people. Listen, stop selling and start building relationships with people. Now watch this. A byproduct of you building relationships with people is people will want to buy from you. It's crazy. You won't even have to sell because you're building positive relationships with people. And that's the thing that really matters. So go out and build positive relationships with people. Go out and really love on people. Go out and really do everything that you can to help people. I know even for me, in my master classes and my mentor classes and the things that I'm doing with my corporate clients and things like that, you know what I'm doing? I'm building relationships with people, man. I'm talking to them. I'm finding out what's really going on. I'm finding out what's going on behind the "oh, I'm good." I'm finding out how is life. I'm finding out what I can do to make them the best. And then inside of those classes, I'm pouring out. I know I'm supposed to give this much, but I can't just give this much. I'm giving it all to them. Why? Because that's what I've been created to do that. I'm a giver. So I'm going to give everything that I got, because my belief is if I can give everything that I got to somebody, it will help them and they will be so much better. And then down the road somewhere, guess what? They'll reciprocate it. People don't forget when you do good to them. I'm just telling you, they don't forget when you do good to them. They do forget, and they will never forget when you do bad to them either. I do need to be clear in that. So stop trying to sell and just build relationships. Get people into a place where they know, like, and trust you, and you know, like, and trust them. And when you do that, I'm serious. The relationships and the things that you're trying to do will build. What's up, Kendrick? I see you, sir. I see you. So that's all I got for you today, man. I'm super excited, man. I'm glad I jumped on here. I know it's late, but I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm gonna say this. For those of you who have rocked with me, I really appreciate it. And I want, as my special gift to you all tonight, inside of the chat, I did try to put, I got a little free thing, a little freebie for you. It's 15 questions to purpose. 15 questions to purpose. Really, it's just for you, so you can just start looking and asking yourselves these questions. And as you ask yourself these questions, the questions will begin to prompt you and help you. So it's free. I don't want nothing in return. It's just something that I've been giving out, and I want to continue to give out to people, because part of my mission is to help you to get to your place of purpose. I want to see you happy. I want to see you doing what you have been called to do, and that's my goal in life. So that's all I got, man. I'm hoping that y'all enjoyed this. I'm hoping I think that I'm gonna start coming live a little bit more often. It may be, later at night. It may be in the morning. I don't know, but I'm gonna start coming. So y'all make sure y'all set your clocks, you set your notifications and all that good stuff. So when I come live, that you can make sure that you get it, because I promise you, if I'm going to come live, and this is my belief now, y'all got to hear me. It may not be everybody's, but if I'm going to come live, and if I'm going to deliver some good content, I'm not coming to deliver the doo-doo stuff. I'm coming to deliver the stuff that I got on sale somewhere. I mean, like for real. I'm coming to deliver the goods, because at the end of the day, I truly believe that it can help people. And if it can help people, it can change their lives. And that's what I'm all about. So, man, I appreciate you all once again for hanging out with your guy on this evening. Again, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Philip Edge with Edge and Associates, and we help entrepreneurs master the art of influence so they can communicate effectively, so that they can find right opportunities, and so that they can live the life that they have always dreamed of. That's what we do. That's what we're all about, and we look forward to serving you as we continue to move forward. So God bless you all. Y'all have an awesome, awesome evening, and I'll be talking to y'all soon. IG, I'm talking to you soon. Facebook, I'll be talking to y'all soon, man. Blessings, everybody. Peace.